Jayson Tatum has made a case for being third best player in NBA. The NBA Finals are in full swing, whereby the Boston Celtics hold a commanding 2-0 series lead over their opponents, the Dallas Mavericks. But off the court, Celtic star Jayson Tatum's name drew some attention when NBA reporter Zach Lowe stated that he felt the five-time All-Star wasn't a top 5 player in the league, something which journalist Mark Medina refutes, making an argument for him not just being a top 5 player in the league, but potentially even inside the top 3. Firmly in control of the finals. Only 5 teams in finals history have come back to win an NBA title after being down 2-0. The Celtics hold a commanding 2-0 series lead and are looking to stretch that lead to 3-0 when they go on the road to take on Dallas at the American Airlines Center, which would almost certainly put the series all but out of reach of
Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, and co.
who are hoping to turn their early misfortunes around, though history does not favor them, with only 5 teams having been able to mount a comeback to win the finals after losing their opening 2 contests. This early dominance in the series for Boston has been as a result of the charge led by duo Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown, who in the past have received their fair share of criticism, perhaps even an unfair amount, for not yet bringing a championship to the city. But, as it stands, they are currently withstanding the pressure of the Mavericks to great effect, with the help of other All-Stars around them on the roster, including Kristaps Porzingis, Drew Holiday, and Al Horford. Now, having appeared to have learned from their mistakes in seasons past, the pair are now closer than ever to getting their hands on the Larry O'Brien Trophy for the first time in their careers, which, if they do go on to win, would be considered to be the start of a potential dynasty brewing. For Tatum, in particular, a championship ring could do wonders for his individual legacy, having borne much of the brunt of criticism when the playoffs haven't gone in favor of the Celtics in the past due to underperforming by his standards when it comes down to the nitty-gritty of playoff basketball. Though one thing has remained a constant, he has been one of the league's most durable players, having already recorded 110 postseason outings at the mere age of 26, with the Celtics having been a mainstay in title contention virtually every season since his arrival into the league back in 2017. However, NBA insider Zach Lowe recently dubbed the 3-time All-NBA first-team player, in a podcast appearance on the Hoop Collective hosted by Brian Windhorst, as a great player, but not a top 5 superstar, instead proposing that he is more fitting being ranked between 7th to 10th on the list of best active players, or perhaps 6th place at a push. Though he does concede that the Celtics have a plethora of guys that are top 50 players, which is why they have built such a powerful formula in Boston. Tatum's individual value could be diminished due to Celtics' overall talent. Before explaining where his own opinions lie in the best active player debate, Medina hands full respect to Lowe and acknowledges that Tatum could well lie outside the top 5 players in the NBA. However, the journalist has the Celtics guard at 4th overall in his own estimation, and even makes the argument that he could even be top 3, though he also feels that Tatum doesn't necessarily get the same type of recognition as other stars due to being on a team that is stacked with talent all over the court. Zach Lowe is a great basketball mind and follows the sport closely, as do I, and this conversation piece is really complicated. I have Luka Doncic as the best player right now, Nikola Jokic 2nd, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at 3rd. But I think that Jayson Tatum has a case to be 3rd or 4th, above Joel Embiid, or 5th above Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think if he's out of the top 6, I don't think anyone should be taking offense, because those are all great players, but he certainly has a case to be in the top 3. On the pro side, for Jayson Tatum, the Celtics are in the NBA Finals. They had the best record in the Eastern Conference. But sometimes, when you're on a good team with a lot of good players, your value almost gets diminished a little bit as far as how you are in the player rankings. Tatum is a winning player, made up for his career-low 28.9 3P% in postseason with a career-high 6.3 APG. Jayson Tatum and Luka Doncic. Medina further makes the case for Tatum's consideration as a top 3 to 5 player by stating that, individually, he has shown tremendous improvements in his overall game, while he has also shown he can mesh well with his all-star teammates and adapt his game to emphasize and play to their strengths. When you look at his individual performances, his efficiency improved as far as his assist numbers go, as far as his shooting percentage goes. He's also been a very winning player as far as his chemistry with Jaylen Brown going to another level, his chemistry with Kristaps Porzingis being seamless. Throughout the postseason, Tatum has led the Celtics in scoring, albeit only marginally, in which he has averaged 24.9 points per outing, shooting 42.6% from the field, 0.3 points more than teammate Brown. However, he has struggled from behind the three-point line, scoring at a rate of only 28.9%, the lowest mark of his postseason career, which is the first time that he has shot below 30%. A mark that has been bettered by all of his teammates who have averaged more than 15 minutes per contest during this year's postseason run. Tatum's overall shooting numbers in the finals aren't exactly characteristic of him either, where he has averaged only 17.0 points at a 31.6% shooting clip, the lowest field goal percentage by an All-NBA first-team player since 1960. Jayson Tatum, 2023 to 24 passing splits. Nonetheless, he has made up for his shooting struggles in other aspects of the game, such as his passing distribution, where he has so far aggregated a career-high 6.3 assists per contest, further highlighting the chemistry with his teammates that has been a strong point of discussion of late, while also being active off the boards, grabbing a team-high 10.3 rebounds. His facilitation of the basketball to his teammates alone during the Celtics' postseason run has been responsible for a 3.3-point increase in points created, totaling 16.3 points per contest, with 11.1% of his passes turning into assists, a 1.2% increase from his regular season numbers. In the early stages of the finals, this number has substantially increased again, where Tatum is currently notching 8.5 assists, of which his passes have created 20.0 of Boston's 106.0 total points average, which translates into an assist-to-pass percentage of 14.9%, the highest mark among any player in the entire series, Celtics or Mavericks. So, while Tatum has struggled with his shooting of late, his overall impact can simply not be understated, with the five-time All-Star being one of the most integral pieces of Boston's playoff run thus far. And with the team now only 2 wins away from NBA championship glory, they just have one thing to ask of him: to be the winner he has proven he can be for just a little while longer. Despite criticism over his individual ranking, Jayson Tatum has helped lead the Boston Celtics to a commanding 2-0 lead in the NBA Finals. Tatum's performance goes beyond scoring. His career-high assists and rebounds highlight his value to the team. Even when Tatum scores less than 20 points, the Celtics thrive, showcasing his impact on the team's success.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for daily updates.